for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. The fans here in Philadelphia ready to cheer on their 76ers in this interconference match. This is the first they're seeing of Oklahoma City here. First game of the NBA's regular season for them. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games.
An interconference game here, just a two-game season series.
Yeah, you know, you want to make every game count. Take care of business and give yourself a chance to sweep.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Paul George is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Chris Middleton. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Westbrook in at the one spot. Now here's George. After J.J. Redick's miss, George dishes to Middleton. Davis kicks to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Loads it up for Davis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
And Anthony Davis last season signing a contract extension, the richest contract in NBA history at that point, $145 million over 5 years. He'd already become a superstar player. Now he's on the rookie scale. He's finally...
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Now here's Westbrook. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And Middleton kicks to Davis. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Here's Smooth. Here's Embiid. No good off the front iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Outside for George. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I got a chance to talk to Brett Brown. He said the focus defensively is going to be making things difficult inside. He wants to get them off the three-point line and make them take as many mid-range shots as possible. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Sixers looking to assemble the best sports science and recovery program in the league. A new state-of-the-art practice facility. Guys, they made some big investments.
Yeah, and that's a level of oversight that we haven't seen in the past. Technology driving a lot of it, tracking players' water intake, teaching meditation and better sleep habits, all useful ways to enhance performance. They do try and keep the players invested, letting them choose their post-game regimen, whether massage, stretching, or the ice bath. Perhaps for me, an ice bath is nice, but massages would be my choice.
Kept alive. Davis, the pass to Adams. And the rejection by Embiid. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Shots good by Middleton.
Man, I tell you what, Middleton does a nice job using his length inside. You know, when he gets in a good spot, he's a high percentage shooter from there.
Stolen by Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And that's how you make a a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Just 5 to shoot. Shots good by Sarge.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Now here's Simmons. He hasn't put up any points in this one.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on it.
Embiid, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Westbrook dishes to Middleton. Back to Westbrook. Goes up the baseline, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Philadelphia 76ers. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Collins is checked in. Embiid the screen. Smooth passes to Embiid. He kicks it to Sarge. There's the screen. It's Redick on the wing. Second shot opportunity. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And Joel Embiid, a big man with franchise player potential. Talk about what makes him special, guys.
Well, I think it's his size, his athleticism. And what I liked when I watched him at Kansas was how he improved so rapidly. Almost from game to game, you saw major strides in his performance. He can score inside and out. He can block shots. He defends. He runs the floor well. There's a reason he was drafted 3rd overall back in 2014, even with a broken foot.
And that one, good. Redick's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Here's Middleton after J.J. Redick's bucket. Here's Davis. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Such a unique offensive player as Anthony Davis. Maybe not as skilled, perhaps, as Durant, but they both have that elasticity to just stretch out and finish over the top.
And Davis a little bigger, a little stronger than, say, a Durant. More of an interior game, but as he develops, we're seeing him stretch his range out beyond the arc. And for both him and Durant, I don't think you set any limits on what they can do offensively. You just got to give those guys the green light. And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Johnson, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Simmons. Jared Bayless is checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Smooth. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. McDermott's checked in. And Davis sends it back.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Here's McConnell. Paul George making his last shot. McConnell takes to Covington. Here's Bayless. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, Jerryd Bayless, like a lot of guys, has been a bit of a journeyman in his NBA career, but I think he's found a nice role that he can thrive in now. Provides good scoring off the bench at either guard spot, which makes him valuable, and he can even start for you in a pinch.
Both free throws good from Bayless. And with Bayless, I think the key for him is letting him play the role of scorer. He has always been a combo guard, but he's at his best when he's taking shots instead of looking to set up others.
Yeah, I like the fact that he's strong and explosive, which does lend itself to him being an ideal guy to score the ball off the bench for you from the backcourt. I think oftentimes his physicality can wear down defenders.
So it's Philadelphia now. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Here's McConnell. Trades it from beyond the arc. McConnell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
I mean, it's early enough that they have plenty of time to make adjustments, but their D has to improve.
Sure. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And Paul George formerly wore the jersey number 24. Sportswriter suggested he should go with the number 13, so his nickname could be PG-13. George liked the idea, so he did it.
Yeah, and the more superstitious among us might wonder if he brought himself some bad luck with that number, but it is an auspicious number for him. Of course, back in 2013, he won Most Improved Player and made his first All-Star appearance. But I think the story is true. The fact that PG, in an effort to brand himself a certain way, wanted to be viewed as agreeable to all viewing parties.
Thunder have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Westbrook dishes to George, and it's George finishing it off.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league, actually one of the best. He's creative, he's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
So it's Philadelphia now. The Thunder making the shot. Holmes can't get it to go in.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis. Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
To the wing right side. Back to McConnell. It's a nice ball movement here by the 76ers. 6 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off the shot. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
And he slams it one-handed.
Yeah, nice unselfishness by George, zipping the ball to one of his guys as soon as he sees him open to get the shot off.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. The Thunder have made 2 of the previous 3 free throws in today's game. And that one misses. And the Thunder from 2011 to 2014 made the Western Conference Finals twice, as well as the NBA Finals, while still one of the youngest teams in the league. They had, Greg, all the makings of a dynasty.
You felt like they were destined to win a championship and maybe multiple ones. Now they're not so sure. It's a tough business, and being very good often isn't good enough.
And the Thunder with the possession here. They lead by 7. Here's Westbrook. The step-back jumper is good. Westbrook's got 10 points. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Thunder lead by 9. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. Is up.
A lot of face-up, like it's a...
Well, I tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you.
Yeah, the Brown definitely has the full toolkit available to him. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use till much later in their careers, really, if at all.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
So the Thunder 5 right now. Russell Westbrook out there with Patrick Beverley. And there's Davis, and it's McDermott, and it's Collins in at the 5.
And what skill from center. A total genius at reading the defense and exploiting them in the paint.
Beverley the pass to Bell. He feeds it to George. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Here's Smooth. Again, Philadelphia. The Thunder lead by 5. Here's Beverley, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
And the 76ers making a change here. I think it's checked in. Pass to Embiid. 16 feet away. And Adams sends it down. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Embiid. Terrific design on the pick hook. He lays it in.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Now here's Beverly. Outside, George. Middleton on the wing. And George kicks to Beverly. Back to George. Shot from 16. Basket good. George has got 8 points.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
And head coach Brett Brown last season receiving a 4-year extension from the Sixers. Despite that, an office turnover put his job in question.
Yeah, and I think a lot of coaches around the league are very protective of Brett Brown because they saw what he was going into and knew it was going to take a while. He's presided over such a drastic rebuild. I think he deserves to have the chance to see it through so he can maybe reap some of the fruit of the sacrifice that he's made and the franchise has made and the way they've tried to build the team.
Shots good by Middleton.
Boy, I like seeing Middleton stroke it from downtown. That release of his, pure as white-driven snow.
And the 76ers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Smooth passes to Embiid. Outside for Redick. The 76ers with another miss. The Thunder leading by 10. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Chris Middleton is a prototype off guard. He likes to run off screens, catch, and shoot. He described his mindset saying, just space the floor, be patient, not force anything, and move the ball. let those guys penetrate and find the best shots for the team. Team player indeed, Kevin.
Thanks, D.A., and he's developing his postgame. He can get in the paint now when they need him to. George with the bucket.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
The 76ers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Stolen by Beverly, and here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Here's Redick. Pass to Smooth. Back to Redick. And here is Saric. And they get it. Redick dishes to Embiid. Saric has the open look. Drains the three-pointer. Saric has got his second bucket tonight.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Chalk up 2 there.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
The dish now to Redick. Feeds to Saric. Back to Redick. Now Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 14. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It goes on Chris Middleton.
And Ben Simmons was so highly praised during his brief college career. Came in with lofty expectations, and his play on the court really nothing short of amazing. Still, his team faltered, and he didn't even get a chance to play in the tournament. And that's a rare thing for a top prospect like him.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Collins checked in for Steven Adams. Anthony Davis comes in for Bell. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for George. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Chris Middleton. McDermott for 3. It's hauled in by Saric. And with Simmons not getting to play in the tournament, it wasn't his fault by any means. He was pretty much carrying that team on his back.
Yeah, and that can be good and bad for him and his NBA prospects. Didn't get the chance to play in high-pressure games and prepare the mental fortitude. However, he knows what it is like to be the man on a team and what it takes to perform at a high level.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Amir Johnson's checked in for Embiid. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Saric. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Smooth. Outside Westbrook. Now the feed to McDermott. And good that time. And the Thunder lead by 17.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And that one's good.
Timeout.
Beverly's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist. You can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Robert Covington comes in for Simmons, and Jared Bayless subbed in for J.J. Redick. McConnell, that's good, and so Bayless with the assist. McConnell's got 8.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Johnson with a screen on Beverly, and Bayless kicks to Johnson. McConnell in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And Jeff Shrew is providing all the playmaking here tonight. Let's look at the breakdown between the front and back court for the Thunder.
And their guards have led the way in that regard. The ball is in their hands, and credit to them. They're not just looking to get shots up. They're of the mindset to create great looks for everybody.
Here's McConnell. 8 points for him. Johnson the screen. McConnell passes to Johnson. Here's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Covington connects from three-point range.
And that's really good use of the catch and shoot. Outstanding by Covington. He's a quick decision maker, and he usually makes his decision as the pass is being thrown to him as to what kind of shot he's going to get off.
McDermott kicks to Davis. Lets it go from 11. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And the new practice facility and basketball operations center at the Sixers starting this season, right across the Delaware River.
It's actually in a different state, strangely enough, Camden, New Jersey. It's the biggest practice facility in the NBA. And the Sixers building the team up on and off the court.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Bayless. He's guarded closely. Johnson left side. Holmes kicks to Bayless. Philadelphia moving the ball around. It's deflected. It's stolen by Davis. Beverly dishes to Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the Thunder with some changes. Bell comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Reed in for Russell Westbrook. Reed is screen. Got freed up. Nice work off the pin. Beverly's got 11 points.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
There's 47 seconds left here in the second. Dishes it to Reed. Back to Beverly. McDermott passes to Bell. Plays it up and banks it in.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
McConnell kicks to Bayless. And there's the pass to Holmes. He dishes it to Covington. Here's Holmes. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Bayless in the corner. Pass to Covington. Misses the 3. McDermott for 3. He's off on that one. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Thunder out in front, running away with this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, it seemed like you all were dictating tempo in the first half. How did you do that?
Okay, we're getting stops, grabbing the rebound now, just trying to push and try to get the best shot available.
Problem solved in transition. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaq and Kenny. And an exciting time of the year as one of the first games of the regular season is halfway through. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 7 assists, and 1 steal. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly. And so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And over to Shaq. what did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
The beautiful skyline of downtown Philadelphia, all lit up, pressed up, and ready to go. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
What a game it's been for Westbrook. 15 points, and the assist numbers, tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And so, in the game for the 76ers, they've got Simmons. Embiid is out there with Saric. And there's Smooth. And it's Redick in at the 2 guard.
And when you see Ben Simmons on paper, it might not be that impressive, but once you watch him move, you see what the hype is all about. Runs like a guard with a forward's body. Incredible quickness for a player his size makes him a nightmare matchup.
And Middleton kicks to Davis. Down low. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Davis. Westbrook's got 17 now.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Inside, Adams. And the rejection by Embiid. Now, here's Saric. He's guarded by Davis. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It goes on Chris Middleton. And with Simmons and his frame, it shines in the open court. He can handle the ball and lead a break like few others can at that side.
Yeah, and what's great about Simmons in any situation is the control he has over his speed and body. Often you see physically gifted players like him take time to learn how to control both of those attributes. Simmons not only has an NBA-ready body, he has the dexterity and power over it to make incredible things happen on the floor. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Westbrook kicks to George. And the shot no good, a bit short. And for the 76ers, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Embiid the screen. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Sometimes you just have no way of stopping Simmons on the interior. I mean, he's a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
Reedy's checked in for the Thunder. That one misses. The Thunder lead by 23. Outside Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And Kevin, what's remarkable to me about Westbrook is that as much as he is used in the offensive game plan, I mean, this is a guy that is the focal point in terms of how they're going to play. That's a tremendous amount of pressure on a player, no matter how talented he is.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
He's in one heck of a groove with his scoring. they're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Every year, they'll always put out an NBA survey of who is the toughest to guard. No surprise that Russell Westbrook is almost always at the top of the list in those surveys. He just strikes fear in opposing defenders.
And Kevin, it's a result of several factors in terms of why he tops that list. He has the game and the body to punish you for all 4 quarters, and he never lets up in his intensity. And also a knack for putting players who are caught sleeping on posters. It is both physically and mentally draining guarding a guy like Westbrook.
Collins checked in for the Thunder. Doug McDermott comes in for Reed. And the free throw, no good.
And the Australian Simmons is a star in the making thanks to his extremely versatile and high-level skill set and big frame. Yeah, that's got them over the limit, and it's still early. They have to play smart, or they could give up a lot of free throws.
And he can't get the first one. 2 shots. And the second free throw, good. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. And George kicks to Collins. There's a good screen. Here's Davis. No good on the shot. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. The Thunder lead by 22. Here's George, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul called on the Philadelphia 76ers. He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip. And Paul George attacking the game with renewed vigor last season. And another all-star appearance. He didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, he actually scored 41 points in the all-star game, 1 shot of Wilt Chamberlain's record from 1962. PG making a statement. Get your ticket. PG-13 is back and in platinum level form.
Paul George with the steal. Outside Westbrook. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the wide open shot from Redick. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. The Thunder in 4th.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
The Thunder have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Redick with the 3. Redick can't get that one to fall. The Thunder have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. Davis setting the pick for Beverly. The shot by George, wide open. Misses the 3. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know that the Thunder hired Billy Donovan as its new head coach. In his 2 decades at the University of Florida, he led them to 2 national titles with players like Al Horford and Joakim Noah. A defensive-minded coach, he's developed into a great offensive mind. Fellas, that's what he's trying to bring to OKC. Moving the floor, as he calls it. Creating space for their great scorers to operate.
Ball movement, player movement, that's where the league is going, D.A. Thanks.
One of the things you like about Paul George is that he's really elevated his game each year he's been in the league. He's a go-to scorer, he's an outstanding defender, and he's excellent now as the leader of the team, really growing into that leadership role.
Embiid, and the layup's good off the glass. Embiid's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Beverly dishes to George. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Johnson, he's checked in for Sarge. And Robert Covington subbed in for Simmons. There's the screen. 76ers moving the ball around. Johnson with a screen on Beverly. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Kicks it to George. Off the pick. Great in time from Reddick.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Embiid. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, I tell you what, so much excitement to see Joel Embiid finally on the hardwood, regarded as the likely #1 overall pick in the 2014 draft before he fractured a bone in his foot. He's finally getting a chance to show what he can do on the court.
Jared Bayless is checked in for the 76ers. T.J. McConnell comes in for Smooth. And a look here at the shot chart.
You know, I doubt they came into this game thinking they would be doing this much damage from mid-range, but you have to give them credit for being able to see what is available in their offense and then exploit the weakness of the D. To be successful in this league, you have to be flexible, and they've done a great job of that so far.
And Embiid drops them both. And for Embiid, 2 separate surgeries on his foot, missing years of action. You hope he can find a way to stay healthy.
Yeah, I would certainly agree with you there, Kevin, but it's difficult when you're as big as he is. He's a 7-footer, and that puts a lot of pressure on the feet, and he's already seeing a couple of issues where he's missed time. Reminds you a little bit of guys like Bill Walton, Yao Ming. Those guys had a tough time playing a long time because of foot problems, but if Embiid can stay healthy, I think he's got a chance to be truly special.
That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. And that's 10 points for Joel Embiid.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
They set the screen. Now, here's George. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 13-footer in for his 7th make in 13 tries.
Hey, a nice calm disposition and demeanor is what helps George be as good and as special as he is. It allows him to maintain his concentration on the basket despite stifling defense.
Great positioning on the putback.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Far too much penetration allowed, Greg, and that's really been the theme of the song so far here.
McConnell kicks to Johnson. He feeds it to Embiid. The 17-footer. Thunder with the rebound. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. He's looking for Bell and finds him. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Yeah, it looks like he got to that shot just after it reached its apex. Those can be tough ones to gauge. You know, based on the response of the fans, I'd have to say they disagree with the officials on that one.
No, it's pretty clear, Greg. I mean, they're letting them know just how much they disagree.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Embiid. Covington with the bucket.
Yeah, and off screens, he's really effective. I mean, he's very efficient in how he moves without the ball. And we know he doesn't need much time or space to get a shot off.
George, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Here's the screen. McConnell passes to Holmes. Count it, good.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
1:09 left to play in the 3rd. Everly with the ball. He's got 13. He kicks it to George. Launches it. That doesn't go either for George.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
And it's Bayless in the corner. Here's Johnson. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Redick comes in for Jared Bayless. And Smooth subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
They're sending guys to the line way more than they should here. They need to play good position defense and avoid the reach-in sloppy foul.
Reed is checked in for Paul George. The Thunder leading by 21. There's the pick. Inside. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Johnson outside. Pass to Holmes. Covington inside the line. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. With 1 on the clock, he got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Thunder out in front, running away with it. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Philadelphia is shooting about 42% so far. So for Oklahoma City right now, Davis is out there with Collins. Then it's McDermott. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Westbrook in at the corner.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
And Beverly kicks to Westbrook. It's deflected. Here's Smooth. Passes it to Saric. Five on the clock. Shoots. And it comes off the front of the rim. And it's Davis with the jam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
To the inside. And again, J.J. Redick. Redick's got 4 this quarter.
And a sharp pass to set up that high-percentage shot in close.
Oklahoma City leading by... Westbrook dishes to McDermott. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Collins. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Count that one.
Man, that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Davis setting the pick for Westbrook. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
How about Anthony Davis in this one? He's got 10 rebounds and a steal.
And we've all watched him just be an unstoppable force here tonight.
Well, nothing they've done on the defensive end has been able to slow him down. I mean, he's doing exactly what he wants to when he wants to do it.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. The dish to Saric. Embiid, the pass to Saric. Here's Smooth. No good from outside.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Embiid with the steal. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Smooth. He's covered by Westbrook. 5 to shoot. Embiid kicks to Redick. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Westbrook, and the bank shot is good. Westbrook's got 23.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Yeah, you know, stops have not been easy to come by for him. To me, it looks as though they've been lost defensively.
Here's Embiid. Yes, it is. Or that is a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Westbrook, and Embiid with the block. And they'll keep possession. Left side, Davis. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. To the middle. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Terrific work by Embiid. He's got 10 rebounds, and what a tear he's been, rejecting shot after shot.
Clark, he has owned the paint.
And the Thunder with some changes. Bell is checked in for Anthony Davis, and George is subbed in for Doug McDermott. And Embiid drops them both. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Anthony Davis is checked in for the Thunder. Chris Middleton comes in for Russell Westbrook. The Thunder leading by 18. Now here's Beverly. Kick out to Adams. Back to Davis. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Anthony Davis with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Middleton dishes to Adams. And here's George. Now Davis. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Saric.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
And that one falls for Davis. Both shots good from the stripe.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Smooth passes to Embiid. Shot from 12. And it's in off the backboard. Embiid's got 6 here in this quarter.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
And Beverly kicks to George. And the rejection by Embiid. Back to Adams. Outside for George. Over Simmons. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. That's on Ben Simmons.
So you have to be really on your toes when you're defending Paul George. He's excellent when it comes to using the pump fake to draw fouls.
The 76ers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. 76ers have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Feeds to Embiid. Baseline try. And that one comes up a bit short. The Thunder lead by 22. Here's George. And stolen by Redick. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Embiid the screen. Smooth passes to Saric. The feed to Redick. Embiid with the screen on George. It's stolen by Adams.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Davis inside, lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Davis has got 9 points now in just the second half. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Timeout called the 76ers. Look for Oklahoma City. Bell comes in for Adams. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Chris Middleton. Embiid the screen. Now the pass to Smooth. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. That shot is on. Good D by Bell. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Westbrook, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Redick with it. Dishes it to Saric from the arc. Rebounded by Bell.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
Westbrook against Redick. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Amir Johnson's checked in for Embiid. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Saric. Jared Bayless is checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Smooth. And then for Oklahoma City, Collins checked in for Anthony Davis. McDermott comes in for George. And it's Reed in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Johnson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Beverly dishes to Reed. Pass to Bell. Beverly with a screen on Johnson. Beverly sets the screen for McDermott. Just 5 on the clock. Wing shot on the way. Bank shot, no good. Philadelphia has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Thunder.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching
a cat played with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Sometimes, guys, it's hard during the first meeting of the season to get a feel for a team, but these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and I think they've got to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series against the 76ers.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Westbrook. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Johnson for three. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's Beverly. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Anthony. You got to enjoy coming out on the road and getting a win like you did tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. It's a tough arena to play in. We knew it was going to be a tough game. Everybody coming out, we just wanted to play. We came up at the beginning and said, they come out and play defense, and that's what we try to do all night.
Yeah, that defense sure showed up at the end. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook. What are your thoughts, Ken?
Russell Westbrook is always on fire, but something tonight put kerosene on it. And the passion and intensity that he plays at, he's never going to be stopped once the fire is burning. What a competitor. An amazing game for him tonight.
That's what I call a road show, guys. By the time he was done breaking those fans' heart, you could have heard a pin drop in there. Listen, see what I mean? He's a ruthless competitor, and it was a cold-blooded performance.
And that's it for tonight.
you